Sit down, because I'm about to tell you everything you need to know about life. Stop keeping up with the Joneses. It's keeping you broke, I promise. Something that's grossly underestimated is that you can spend the next 5 years living insanely below your means and then have enough money to get ahead in life for the next 20 years. But people would rather try to keep up with the Joneses. Please, please, please leverage good debt. If there is something that you need to buy and you can borrow money at an insanely low interest rate and keep your cash somewhere where it's making you money, please choose the option to take that cheap debt instead. Learn a trade instead of going to school and getting a degree. You will get 4 years of experience instead of 4 years of debt. If you want to make a significant income in any capacity, do not get a job with a capped salary. Have something that pays some sort of a commission. Invest in the stock market. Do not be scared that it's a gamble. You only lose money when you take out at a loss. Don't buy a car new. Just never buy a new car. It'll be one of the worst financial decisions you'll ever make. If you want to be exceptional, do not expect to be accepted. That is literally what makes you the exception. You will never, ever experience growth from your comfort zone, and the only way to build something great is to take risks. Executing on day one and figuring it out along the way as you go will always be over preparation and slow execution. I promise you, no idea that you have is worth an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. That just means you think you have a great idea, but you know that you're not going to be the one to actually have the effort to execute it, so you think somebody else is going to do it instead of you. People who actually do the work know that their idea is only as good as the action they take on it. If you do one thing every day for 20 minutes, for 100 days, you will be better at that one thing than 98% of the rest of the population. Please, please, please accept that you are entitled to absolutely nothing in this life. I promise you, once you accept that, life becomes so much easier. And also, never, ever, ever, ever give anything with the expectation of something in return. I promise you will live a much happier life if you do that. Come to terms with the fact that hard work oftentimes is not rewarded. Never live your life in absolutes. A closed mind is a very, very dangerous thing. A true wealthy life isn't one of material things. It's one of spare time and the freedom to not need permission to do anything it is that you want to do. Time is the absolute most valuable asset. And if you can pay somebody else to do the stuff that you don't want to do so that you can spend the time doing the things you want to do, you should absolutely invest in that. In this very moment in time right now, it has never been easier in the history of time to start something from absolutely nowhere, from absolutely zero money, and build something that will make you $1 million. There are no excuses. It's the easiest time it's ever been. Know and accept that it's possible to make 0 mistakes and still lose. However, with all that being said, we might actually be living in a simulation, so at the end of the day, don't take life too seriously anyways. But if you want the motivation and the mindset to keep you right, it sounds like you are a fellow anti-workaholic. And you are exactly where you're supposed to be.